family friends. Michelle here. I actually just had kind of a brief thought, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and vlog it so that to kind of share with the theme that we've had going on about interracial marriages and just people's things and different, all the differences that everybody has. So one of the things that kind of occurred to me the other day is just how much has changed in a generation. So I can only speak in my family, but sometimes, and I hope nobody gets mad for me sharing, but sometimes I think like if some of my ancestors, grandparents, that kind of thing, not all of them, but some of them, could roll over in their grave, they probably would, because things were just really different. I mean, if you look at it one generation ago, I'm speaking of like my grandparents' generation, because, it was just like completely a big no-no to go outside your race. Even sometimes your financial stature, that kind of thing. I mean, that still happens a lot today, and still even race is a big thing. But in my family, I think it's kind of interesting because, like, I'm with Habib, and he's from Pakistan, and then I have a cousin. His wife is Filipino, I believe. I have another family member. His wife is Mexican. I have another family member who has a wife that's African American and Indian, and then we have some family members that have children who are adopted from different races. Let's see, am I skipping anybody? I think that's it for right now. But one generation ago, it would have been a huge, huge thing, and it probably would have been a huge fight, or potentially like being disowned and that kind of thing. And so one generation has made like all of these differences and changes in our lives. So I wonder how much it is that way for you guys. So if you notice, if you go back and you really look, then and share, please comment. But I do want to say, actually, so one generation does make all the difference, but actually if we go back 1, 2, 3 generations, my grandma's father's parents, there we go, my grandma's father's parents, he was a doctor and white, and she actually was Indian, like American Indian, which you can imagine at that time frame was very, very controversial. So I guess really I'm not the first, and the others in my family are not the first, but I think we are the first to break a lot of barriers and boundaries, and I think it's really good that this has happened. And I mean, everybody has very successful marriages and beautiful children, and they're pretty successful overall. So it takes work, as with any marriage, it takes work to combine lives. And sometimes you can have every single thing in common and still it doesn't work. And then sometimes you can have everything not in common and you make it work. So I'd love for your comments, questions. Make sure that you subscribe, that you share, and that you thumbs up this video, and we'll be seeing you next time. I hope that just that little insight kind of gave you pause for thought, because it did for me. I was just driving along. That's what gave me pause for thought. So have a wonderful day. Happy holidays. We'll see you next time.